The air in the office is different now. It no longer smells like the hunt or the sharp scent of a winner taking what they want. It smells like recycled air and safety rules. The corporate alpha, the person built for territory and winning, is being forced into a slow death. This is not growth. It is the end of the line. The body of the old leader is a high-energy machine. Winning takes heat. In the past, the alpha moved with tension, eyes looking for a weak spot in the deal, or the friction in the market. But the modern office is made to stop that energy. The leader's drive is now a problem. In a world of soft survival, the physical response to a threat, the stress, the focus, is called toxic. The system does not want a hunter anymore. It wants a filter. The body of the predator is failing because it has no work to do. This is a TP exhaustion. Every meeting is a slow way to kill the instinct. The soft people survive because they love the rules. They do not want to win. They want everyone to agree. The leader's brain wants a result. It wants to take the value and move on. But the system has added a filter of paperwork. This is neural rot. When a fast brain is forced to deal with slow, useless noise, it gets weak. The sharp edge is gone. This is a bad match. The hunter is trapped in a hive. The company is no longer hunting outside. It is eating itself from the inside. In a dead system, growth is a lie. Real growth needs friction, but the modern hive avoids friction. Soft people are perfect for this. They are low energy, low risk, and they do what they are told. They do not fight the system. They are the winners of the decay. The alpha is now taxed for being strong. Every move is checked by a social audit. This is a status trap. To keep the job, the leader must pretend to be soft. This act is exhausting. The money has moved. It does not go to the person who breaks things. It goes to the person who keeps things the same. They are not making value. They are just watching the fire burn out. In 10 years, the alphas will be dead. Only shadows will be left. The core of the business will be gone. Only the paperwork will remain. The soft will lead a graveyard. They will sit at the top of a shell that cannot hunt. It can only eat what is left of its own body. This is the end. The room is silent, cold as the steel of a cage. A hunter forgotten, a name ripped from the page. They trade in the whispers. They trade in the fear, while the scent of the predator starts to disappear. The soft hold the keys to a kingdom of stone, building their empires on seeds never sown. In the grip of the system, where blood turns to ink, the alpha is drowning before he can think. The takeover is not a loud explosion. It is a quiet, suffocating fog of paperwork and process. The soft are not weak in the way we usually think. They are a new type of biological parasite that thrives in the absence of friction. In the old world, the alpha used the market's chaos to fuel their extraction of value. They were hunters who understood that risk was the only path to a real result. But the modern corporate structure has been redesigned into a high-security farm. The hunter is no longer a hero. The hunter is a liability. This is the rise of the rule follower as the new apex predator. Compliance is not just a department. It is the weapon used to perform a forced crystallization of the corporate spirit. Look at the physical change in the environment. The alpha is a creature of high variance behavior. Their basal ganglia are wired for the big win, the high-stakes move that shifts the territory. But the system now punishes variance. The soft have built a world where safety is the only metric that matters. This is a visceral breach of the human spirit. You can feel it in the way the air in the office feels thick with non-action. The physical body of the alpha begins to shut down. The muscles lose their fascial tension because there is no fight left to have. Every move you make must now be pre-approved by a committee of people whose only skill is the avoidance of blame. They don't want a result. They want a trail of signatures. This is how they kill you. They don't fire you. They just make it impossible for you to breathe. This is the era of systemic drift. Value is no longer something you create through struggle. It is something you manage through consensus. The soft have inverted the laws of nature. In the wild, the creature that does nothing dies. In the modern hive, the creature that does nothing safely is promoted. They have created a status trap where the highest reward goes to the person who can best hide behind the group. They call it collaboration, but the architect knows the truth. It is a collective metabolic suicide. By spreading the responsibility across 10 different people, the system ensures that no one is accountable, and therefore no one is truly alive. The dopamine loops are being rewired. You no longer get a rush from closing a deal or breaking a competitor. You get a small, pathetic drip of dopamine from a clean audit or a compliant review. This is neural rot. The soft have mastered the art of administrative strangulation. They use the language of culture and inclusion to build a fence around the alpha alpha. If you move too fast, you are unaligned. If you speak too clearly, you are not a team player. They are using social pressure to enforce a state of entropy. They are the gardeners of a dead forest, cutting down any tree that tries to grow taller than the rest. This is a domestication process. Like the wolf being turned into the lapdog, the alpha is being fed just enough dopaminergic sludge to keep them from biting, but not enough to let them hunt. They want your energy, but they want it filtered through 1,000 layers of bureaucracy until it is harmless. Think about the financial cost of this takeover. The soft don't produce, they tax. Every compliance officer, every middle manager, every culture consultant is a parasite on the extraction process. They are a massive drain on the corporate ATP. They consume the resources that the alphas work to secure. The result is a system that is heavy, slow, and fragile. It cannot handle a real crisis because it has spent years